Yeah, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawash. All praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahawashi, Ba'asham Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well, out there on the four winds, out there preaching in truth and sincerity, risking their lives more now than ever. The hopeful elect, the elect, Shalom, to the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold. Shalom to you sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. This is your brother Aram Yahawada with the lesson, and this is that VOA News, right? The Middle East, right? Giving you the news from the Middle East, baby. You know where our Lord is going to appear, to the valley of Yahawah, right? Bringing judgment, right? World War III is very near. The Charagma is very near. Jacob's trouble is very near. So, hey, prayers and, may the Lord be with the elect, So, it's, India deploys unprecedented naval might. Salakia deploys unprecedented naval might near Red Sea. Right? Yeah, so this is it says New Delhi, India has deployed at least a dozen warships east of the Red Sea to provide security against pirates and has investigated more than 250 vessels as Western powers focus on attacks by Yemen's Iran-backed Houthis. India officials said India has not joined the U.S.-led task force. Well, that don't make sense. But okay. They have not joined, but yet they're out there doing 250 investigations, but they're not there. They're not joining the U.S.-led task force for the Red Sea, but yet they're supposed to be in the Red Sea and does not have any warships. But you just said they have war. Hey, this this is the devil, man. See, Esau is the devil. This is some double tongue shit, man. This is why Gad called you the fork tongue, right? This is some fork tongue shit. So India has not joined the U.S.-led task force for the Red Sea and does not have any warships there, but it currently has two front line warships in the Gulf of Aden, and at least 10 warships in the northern and western Arabian Sea, along with surveillance crafts, the officials say. See, some fork tongue shit, man. Esau is the devil, man. But with all this, you could see how the Lord is bringing all nations to the valley of Yahawah, man. Right? Because these two are allies. No, though they're trying to make it like, oh no, they did not join and you send some, but yet they do have war vessels. They don't have any war vessels, but they have war vessels on this side, this side, this. Hey man, this is some crazy. But then, wow, insane, right? Yeah, this thing is interesting right here. It says United States India relations, right? Fact sheet. Officials of the spoken persons? I guess so. This is November 9th, 2023, which is not that long ago, right? So we're not talking not even a year ago, right? We're talking months ago. We're talking maybe 3 months ago, right? Because it's just December and January, right? Or if you want to count December, just December. Or maybe if you want to count November, because it was early November. So I guess you can count November if you wanted to. November, December, January, and now we're in February. So, yeah, 3 months ago, basically, they said the relationship between the U.S. and India is one of the most strategic, right? So they were just saying that oh no, we got ships and they investigated 250 ships, but by the way, they're not over here investigating, not at all. You know, we just over here just mentioning how they investigated, but then they didn't join it, and they don't have any war vessels. But we just mentioned how they have war vessels. Consequential. You know what I mean? So this is crazy. But okay, let's get going. But see, this is the devil for you. You wonder why the Most High called the Esau Edom the devil, right? Because it says that they are the most strategic and consequential of the 21st century. The United States supports India's immigrants as a oh yeah, right, they do big time, because they come over here and don't have to pay taxes for the first 5 years. They can own a business in the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community, but mainly in you know in Jake's community, the so-called Black man's community, right? Big time, right? It says immigrant and leading global power, right? Saying that it said the mighty naval ships, so they have global power, and vital vital partner and a vital partner in promoting promoting oh what promoting a peaceful, stable, and superiorist Indo Pacific region. I don't know how you could be a powerful and peaceful, right? You're talking about your military might, right? And at the same time you're peaceful. Yeah. So you're talking about basically you're talking about your military might, right? I mean, talking about the U.S. Senate, States, Defense. Um, their whole basically going into your military might. So I don't know how you could be talking about your military might and talk about peace at the same time. But that's that forked tongue type of situation, right? The devil's saying two different things at the same time, but then you're just supposed to just, hey, everything's fine, right? Yes, the 2+2 ministerial dialogue between the U.S. Secretaries of State and Defense and their India counterpart is the premier reoccurring dialogue, right? So I don't need to say nothing else. So here it is. They're popping up over there, doing whatever supposedly be, but this just kind of made me understand how these other people are gonna all be led to the valley of Yahawah Shaphat, because you could see, they're already in Yemen, right? In the Houthis, or Hamas and all that other stuff. They're already there. So if they're already fighting and they're kind of going through the thing, they're already in the Middle East. But what did anything have to do with India, right? What did it have to do with all these other places? But the Lord is just drawing them there because, I'm an ally with you, and I'm this and this and that, right? Right? This is Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 10. Hear ye the word of Yahawah, O ye nations, right? So all these nations around the world, right? No matter where you're at, who you are, you must hear this. Even the Israelites, right? 2/3 of the Lord's people have to die, right? And then you still got the other Israelites who is not going to be in America, right? Who's not going to be part of the 2/3 that's in America, but they're still wicked, right? You got Jake's over there in England that's wicked. They're not part of the 2/3 where America's going to be turned into a desert from one end to the other, right? They're not living in places like that, but they're going to have to go, right? Who do not want me to reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me. So all these other Jakes, they have to get slain, man. They have to come back as newborn babes so they could be righteous. But for you other nations, if you're not in America, melted by thermonuclear fire, you're going to be put in chains to be slaves, right? But first, we have to make all first things first to make the name of the Lord of praise in the earth, right? Right? It says, hear the word of Yahawah, O ye nations, and declare it in the isles afar off, and say, he that scattered Israel, right? Because it wasn't really you. The Lord placed the Israelites in your hands. The Lord allowed you to conquer us because we went off, right? We started worshiping other idols. We started doing our own thing, man. And so the Lord had to show you what doing your own thing will result in. But that's why we have come back to Yahawah Shemawashai. And yes, it doesn't take all of Israel. It just takes the elect for us to come back. Because what? 2/3 of Israel have to die. This is going to be an ultimate judgment for, for all the nations and 2/3 of the Lord's own people, or just the wicked of the Lord's people, right? Just in general, not just the 2/3, the wicked of the Lord's people, right? It says, he that scattered, which is the Most High, YAHAWAH Wa Yahawash, scattered Israel, will gather him and keep him as the shepherd doeth his flock. Yeah, so this is Romans chapter 9, verse 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose, right? And that's the same reason why the Lord has allowed America to rise and power military might and all this stuff. Even these other nations, for you to have a hypersonic missile, China, Russia, the Lord allowed you to have that, right? For the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power. And that's ultimately why you got the hypersonic missiles. That's why you got all these different military mights that's on the earth. That's the reason why the Lord even let the weak say I'm strong. So you can even throw yourself in there and say, hey, we got some power too. So the Lord can just raise you up. At one point in time, you were weak, but now you could say you strong too. Now you got military might, right? So for this same reason, for this same purpose have I raised thee up. This the Most High, YAHAWAH Wa Yahawash, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. So the Lord's he's gonna smite all you nations, right? To make his name a praise, right? But don't think that 2/3 of the Lord's own people ain't gonna have to be destroyed. I gotta go ahead and get that. Yeah, so two-thirds of the Lord's own people have to go. So it's Amos 9 and 10. All the sinners of my people. So it's not just the 2/3. It's you Israelites around the world. So 2/3 is gonna be in this place, and it's gonna turn into the lake of fire, right? When all 200 million ICBM missiles hit America, it's gonna be the lake of fire. But there's gonna be other places that missiles may not hit. It'd be a lot of you Jake still alive who's rebellious against YAHAWAH Wa Yahawash. So the Lord has to fix that. He has to have a remedy for that, right? Because the Lord said the whole head is sick and the whole heart is faint. So there has to be a remedy to that, and the only remedy for you Jakes is death. So it says all the sinners of my people. So that's not just talking about you other nations, right? The sinner of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent me. You think you're just going to keep going on in whatever manner of wickedness that you're doing, right? In that day, right, which we're coming fastly approaching that day. That's why these people are getting gathered. India was over there minding their own business, but guess what? America said, hey, remember we're supposed to be allies? I need you to come over here, over to the Red Sea and stir up some stuff. Have 250 investigations, but we're going to say that you're not really here with any warships, or you're not doing, I don't know. The thing was crazy, right? So it says, now listen, I probably read it wrong. I don't know. That's what it looked like. I don't know. But in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David, right? Because ultimately that's what we're bringing. That's what the Lord is bringing back. He's bringing back the righteousness that David had with that conquering spirit too, right? Because what did David do to before Solomon can have all that peace that he had? David went out and made war with all the nations, right? And that's basically what the Lord is bringing. He's gathering the nations that is fallen and close up the breaches, right? Finna make it nice and strong again. Thereof, and will raise up his ruins, right? Because the city of David is in ruins, but that's not the ruins it's talking about. It's talking about the valley of the dry bones. It's talking about the prophets, right? Right? The apostles, the men of the Lord out there on the highways and the byways, preaching in truth and sincerity, right? Raising up those ruins. You know what I'm saying? Seeking first seeking ye the old way, right? So as the scriptures say, seeking the old way, right? Going back to getting clarity of mind, knowing who we are, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. All right? To raise up the ruins and will build it as in the days of old, right? And that's when David was mighty, man. He was going around destroying all these nations, man. And they were afraid, man. The Lord allowed for King David to go around and put fear in these other nations' heart. And that's what the Lord's going to do again, right? Starting with Edom. Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed so-called white man, right? Going into this right here. That they may possess the remnant of Edom, right? Hey, we're going to possess you. We did it under David back then. We're going to do it under David all over again, starting with Yahawashi first. But King David, he's definitely going to be there, right? And he has no quarrels with putting the Edomite in slavery. He's not trying to save an Edomite, right? The possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathen, and not just Edom, and all the heathen, right? Who will gather the nations, right? Which are called by my name, saith Yahawah, and saith Yahawah that doeth this, right? And it's the Most High that's actually doing this thing, man. YAHAWAH Bahasham Yahawashi. Yeah, so this is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. It says, therefore wait ye upon me, right? So though I'm telling you that, we're going to be mighty like the time of King David and taking down these nations, right? The Lord said, you don't do nothing. You wait upon him, right? Because you got to get that spiritual power. Esau got all these weapons, man. He got the drones. He got actual literal terminators, man. He got robots that can shoot automatic weapons and do karate and shit. Like, man, it's crazy, right? And then they learn as they go. They're autonomous AIs that he's gonna unloose in the what do you call it, the community, the neighborhoods, the city near you, right? Into Jacob's trouble, should I say, right? Addentation to Jacob's trouble, right? So it says, so therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahawah Bashem Yahawashi, until the day that I rise up to the prey, right? So, hey, to the Lord, to the day the Lord is coming taking down the Edomites, man. Not that we're gonna take down the Edomites like that. You gotta wait till the Lord is gonna do it. And then when the Lord does it, hey, ain't nothing no one can say about it, man. There's nothing no one can say or do or whatever. You can't say anti-Shem or anti-Shemites and all things go away, man. It's going to be all up to the Most High, man. And ain't going to be nothing, no anti-Sim that you could say that's going to stop it, man. Right? Right? No fake bully things. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing you could say about Yahawah Shema Shai, right? No, not a dog should move his tongue against the children of Israel, right? So, and that can't be you, because all sorts of people are speaking against you. You got South Africa taking you to court for the you know, for basically war crimes for the Geneva Convention, man. You broke those, man. You're committing genocide, right? Which you are, right? So all sorts of heathens and all sorts of people and speaking against you, right? Which means you're not the people, man. It says that. It says yeah. Till I rise up to the prey in my what determination. I love when he said in my determination is to gather the nations, right, for World War III, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation, which means righteous anger, even all my furious anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of what? My jealousy. And that goes into him being what? Allah Shaja, right? He's gonna be quite jealous, man. No, for his people, but also for his name's sake, right? The Lord said you cannot add or take from the scriptures, and you add it and you've taken from the scriptures, man. Right? The Lord has to add and take for your life just based off that. Just that alone. That's not even including you touch the apple of his eye. That's not including you do little silly stuff like things that get, just breaking another law. Just as far as just the pollution in the air, the things that you're not supposed to do, the cutting of the trees and not leaving enough trees behind. All sorts of madness you do, putting house to house, all the little madness that you do already as it is, right? That is enough to get you killed. But let's just, hey, you know, yeah. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 2, and I will gather all the nations and bring them down into the valley of Yahawah, right? The valley of judgment, you want to call it that. Some people call it the mountain of troops. But at the end of the day, that's the place. That's where the Lord's bringing all you people there. Because what reason do India have to do over there in the Red Sea, which is right in that area of Yahawah, right over there in that Red Sea, all that area. Hey, the Lord's drawing them all there already as it is. So we know it's we're the Lord. We're in good case, man. The Lord is on his way, man. Right? Everything is happening according to prophecy, right? So it says to the valley of Yahawah, and will plead, which means to judge, plead with them there for my people, right? Gonna judge them there for my people, and for my heritage Israel, right? The so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, and you other Israelites that's around the world, because you got the what do they call it? The Irani, Afro-Iranis, the Afro-Afghanis. Those are Israelites, man. Right? So it says, yeah, my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations, and pardon my land, which that's what they're doing right now, fighting over that land. They're basically they're they're dropping bombs on Gaza so they can get more of the land, right? Because at first they you know they pardoned it via that what's that, the Wailing Wall or whatever it was, and they pardoned the land then. But now they're trying to get a little bit more of the land or whatever it is. But this is all coming into fruition of what drawing these nations. Now the Houthi and the Hamas, and they're all into it, and it's going to bring in China. It's going to bring in it's going to bring in Russia, because you're messing with Iran, right? Which is a Persia, right? You know, Ezekiel 38, right? I'm saying that they're supposed to be a guard unto Persia, right? Which is Russia, Gog and Magog. Hey, that's all happening. Yeah. So with all that, I want to give all praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim and the Four Winds, preaching the truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever. The hopeful elect, the elect. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold. Shalom to you sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. This your brother Aram Yahawah with the lesson and a Baba Ball. Kwam Yasharallah.